Hello everyone. Let's we learn History Class 8 Chapter 10 The Changing World of Visual Arts. In this lesson we would learn about the painting techniques and painters during ancient India. First topic is new forms of imperial art. During 18th century European artisans came to India along with British traders and rulers. They began producing pictures which are widely popular in Europe. They brought an idea of realism. They brought the technique of oil painting. It enabled artists to produce images that looks real. Looking for picturesque. One popular imperial tradition was picturesque landscape painting. This style depicted India as quaint land. Its landscape looks rugged, wild, seemingly untamed by human hands. Thomas Daniel and his nephew William Daniel were famous with this tradition, who came to India at 1785 and stayed for 7 years. They journeying from Calcutta to northern and southern India. Portraits of authority. Another popular painting in Colonial India was portrait painting. This new style of architecture served as an ideal means of displaying the lavish lifestyles, wealth and status that the empire granted. One most famous European painter was Johann Joffrey, who born in Germany, migrated to England and came to India in mid-17th for 5 years. Muhammad Ali Khan, who is the former Nawab during British period, who fought war with British in 1770s and became the dependent pensioner of East India Company. But he nonetheless commissioned two visiting European artists, Tilly Kittel and George Willison, to paint his portraits and gift to King of England and directors of English East India Company. Even though the Nawab lost his power, but the portraits allowed him to look at himself as royal figure. Painting history. This method of painting enjoyed prestige and popularity during late 18th century and early 19th century. One of the famous history paintings by Francis Hayman in 1762 and placed on public display in Vauxhall Garden in London. It was just now defeated Sirajuddaulah, the former Nawab of Bengal, in Battle of Plassey and installed Mir Jafar as Nawab of Bengal. It shows Lord Clive welcomed by Mir Jafar and his troops after the Battle of Plassey. The figure 1 shows the picture done by Francis Hayman. Srirangapatnam, known as Srirangapatnam, the celebration of British military troop, is seen in Figure 2. Tipu Sultan was one such powerful enemy of British. He was defeated in 1799 at the famous Battle of Srirangapatnam. It is a painting full of action and energy. Court artist. We can see different trends in different courts. In Mysore, Tipu Sultan is not only fought with British but also the tradition associated with them. He continued to encourage local paintings and had the walls at his palace at Srirangapatnam covered with full of mural paintings. Mural painting means paintings done in walls. New popular art. During 19th century, new world of popular art developed in India. In Bengal, around the pilgrim center of Temple of Calicut, local village artists like scroll painters, popularly known as patuas, and potters, known as comers, had developed this art. It was at the city was expanding with roads, markets and buildings, so it was an opportunity for them to make a new living. Before 19th century, they worked on mythological themes and produced images of god and goddesses on shifting to Calicut. They continued to paint these religious images. After 1840s, Collegiate painters began to paint social and political themes. The images was initially engraved in wooden blocks. The carved block was inked pressed against the paper, and then the woodcut prints that were produced were colored by hand. By late 19th century, mechanical printing press was set up in different parts of India. Both rich and poor class people painted. They got training from British art school in new methods of light study, oil paintings and printmaking. One of the most successful print press was set up at Calcutta named Calcutta Art Studio. It produced lifelike images of eminent British personalities as well as mythological themes. With the spread of nationalism, popular paints of early 20th century carrying nationalist images. The search for the national art. Raja Ravivarma's art belonged to the family of Maharajas of Trivangur of Kerala and addressed as Raja. He tried to create style that was both modern and national. He was mastered the Western art of oil painting and realistic life study, but painted these themes only on Indian mythology. From 1880s, Ravivarma's mythological painting became the rag, and Indian printers and artist collectors filled their palace galaxies in their work. So, Indian printers and art collectors filled his galaxies only with Raja's Ravivarma's art. He decided to set picture production team and printing press on outskirts of Bengal. Here, color prints of his religious prints were mass produced. Even a poor could buy easily. A different vision of national art. In Bengal, new group of nationalist artists gathered around Abhinandranath Tagore, who is the nephew of Rabindranath Tagore. They rejected the art of Ravivarma and adopted non-Western art tradition. They were highly influenced by the art of Japanese artists who visited India at the time to develop an ancient art movement. They turned for inspiration to medieval Indian traditions of miniature painting and ancient art of mural painting in the Ajanta caves. Here are the notes of today's session. You can pause the video and take notes. Thank you.